Hello everyone and welcome back to another turn resolution. This is War in the Pacific Admirals edition, and I'm Friedrich with the Allies, and my opponent, the Japanese, is TF-1377. And we're still unloading here. Of course, I've launched an attack. We'll see how it goes. I mean, worst case scenario, we regroup and try again in a couple of days. I think it might go successfully, though. I think he might be out of supply. But like I say, we'll see. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself there. Alright. Something's sinking. I don't think it's ours. Maybe it's that light cargo ship we hit a day ago. It's a lot of unloading there. It's almost as if like the commander of the task force is saying, "We're almost done. Push it, push it." And also trying to accommodate the attacking forces. Get off every last supply and unit device possible. Alright, let's do air. Okay, he's switching up his targets. I could probably cap that, but here's the thing. I don't even know what I have here to worry about. It might just be an empty dot base that he's using that bombing as a way to recon. And therefore he wouldn't be doing that again. Alright, this is bold. Although he probably has a sweep that is just delayed. Well, and then there's this escort. I think Milne Bay is right too, because I haven't seen a damaged aircraft in a long time. Okay, we're hitting these resources again. He may not need them, but we have the Nauru resources. Yeah, we're targeting Buna there with our Fs. And, you know, the severe weather isn't helping, but pardon me. Alright, this is ground bombing to soften up the ground troops, and this time we're bringing in basically everything. And the results aren't that great, and that's moderate rain. But we're hitting everything here, so it could be high enough. All 4 units are hit here. So it could be high enough disruption and fatigue that we're still getting somewhere. Then here we're hitting supply. I want to pull the trigger on that, but like I said last time, at the end of the last video, sorry. What I was saying is I think I might pull off, try to trigger all 3 invasions maybe somewhat simultaneously. Keep him from he won't be able to respond. If I do single attacks, he can respond to one and thwart it. But if I do all 3, if he responds to one of them, I could still pull off the other 2. successfully. Hopefully anyway. That's the hope. Let's just see how it goes. I'll be setting that up in the next couple of days, I think, even. And as you know, we're still hitting Tarapo here, the ground troops. And of course, that severe storms. And I've got a regiment heading that way that hopefully, hopefully can be successful in hitting it. There's no telling how much supplies this has. He could have overstacked it with supplies. I know Horn Island, I noticed still had like 850, I believe it was, supplies on it. So I guess we never did force it to run out of supplies. Yeah, we're losing these non-combat units. But yeah, once I can get Tulagi, that's gonna just make a huge difference to my uh, strategic situation there in the South Pacific. All right, so he bombards us up there and actually takes a few casualties. Not not really anything big, and plus this even these statistics are subject to fog of war. So he bombards us. We do so he hasn't run out of supplies because we do take a hit there. But here's our deliberate attack. Let's see how it goes. He doesn't have much here, so um, let's just see. 1-1. Fort level is 0. Oh no, it was 3. I was reading it wrong. Well, we did reduce the fortifications to 2. He won't be building them up, so the next attack should be more successful. Um, let's just start with the Japanese. We see even with terrain, he does have high disruption, low morale, so it's very it may be something we can successfully do again. And look at this, our losses are quite low. So we have a bombardment task force coming again. So depending on the situation with our troops, if they're disrupted or fatigued, we may just go again. We'll see. And that's that. Nice. I like it. Plus, we reduced the fortifications to 2. That's going to help. But I didn't see a supply malice, so must be he's fine. All right, and we're bombarding him at Tungu, and they're in just north of Rangoon. Okay, and then it looks like more troops in that hex. Fort Moresby, Airfield Side 7. Uh, so looks like we should be able to bring some more aircraft into there. But we'll have to take a look at when it's size 9. I mean, this thing we're gonna stack up extremely high. Bring in the B-24s. Let's bring everything. Maybe not really, but I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot easier to stack up real good. Um, okay. there really wasn't anything to talk about, no air to air. So on to the next day, the 16th.
All right, it's December 16, 1942. Let's see what we got going today, or starting off with more unloading. Let's see if we can take Tulagi. I've ordered another attack. Oh man. Thought these British destroyers were supposed to be overpowered at hitting subs. Well, we do have a near miss there. Okay, another near miss. Well, these are all near misses, but I mean, another one that inflicts damage. So 2 hits so far. Ooh, that's why it's so loud. All right, so we basically have a couple of. Oh, we're still at it. Oh, we actually. Ooh, internal explosion. I guess I'm glad we stuck at it. Okay, good. Way to go, Nestor. Well. Ooh, another hit. Oh, critical damage. We may. Okay, surface. So we can have a confirmed kill. Oh! Yeah, we had a couple of really nice direct hits. And here's their bombardment again. I have something I'm whipping a plan here. And I plan to be very aggressive here. You're all gonna watch me lose some ships and say, "Man, what is he doing with the Royal Navy?" All right, you know, I learned I'm so far ahead of my uploads that someone taught me something in the comments. I forget the name, but that when you bombard with including your light ships, you may end up using your dual purpose guns and weaken your NIR defenses. Now, because we're charging in and we're running away, that won't matter too much, but it's good to know in the future when I bombard, maybe let the destroyers take a break so they can have their anti-air fire. All right, so this is not my plan for the ships. It's coming in the future. But as you can see, stop withdrawing. Okay, as you can see, he's still doing a nightcap, and see if we can get through with our. Ooh, we actually take damage. 27 Blenheims and 5 Wellingtons. Let's go. All right, we all get in. It's heavy cloud only. We get some runway hits and hit some aircraft down the ground, so that is great. Oh, this is very productive. And this is smaller bombers. Although we do have some Wellingtons here, they might be impacting this pretty well as well. Also, I'm just watching this because I want to watch the hits. And this may not be all of them, I just don't know. We do damage some Tojos in self-defense and destroy 2 Tojo. This is what were reported. It could be other numbers when we're done. 2 Tojos, 1 Dina, 2 Lily, sorry, 1 Helen, and 1 Zero. Hitting these bombers is great because they probably will be coming at me in the day. So if we can damage them or destroy them at night, we can maybe get some impact of his day raids. Negatively impact his day raids. Alright, see if our Hudson 3/8 can get in. Let's go. Alright, so far, nothing like the first raid. Oh. I've never seen that with later raids having people run away, but... Hey, we killed that Oscar. At least one. Okay, so that first raid was really critical. Okay, we destroy one and damage a couple more. 2 Tojos, one in the air, one on the ground. Okay. We shoot down another Oscar as well. Okay. I guess that's it. This is key to our operations because my goal is to get to weaken his air force, because we're gonna do some epic day activity very soon, and he knows we have a battleship coming out. What did I see about a PB? It was kind of fast, at least for me. Right. Ooh, we do get one. So one was a dud and one detonated. See if we can sink that. Not yet. Come on. I don't like getting caught in these shallow waters. Alright. Three near misses that. One of them, I think, was closer to a hit, but yeah, man. Painful. Painful to watch. Okay. Our B-25s from Cooktown canceled, or some of them did anyway. Alright, they coming in and hitting us hard here at Wenchow as usual. Nothing new there, but just kind of wish they weren't so effective. Alright. I'm coming in hard there. Alright, see if we hit the city. Okay. We got one resource hit. I think I'm gonna stand by and stand down those D's and maybe transfer them back east. Wow, that Buna hit is very effective. The Buna strike, I should say. Okay. All right, so he didn't even bomb Rangoon, but that could be because of weather, and maybe the weather's better in the afternoon. We can hope that we get out of the day without a bombing. Hey, we're hitting some boats and some undersea boats. There's another reason, maybe, that he didn't bomb Rangoon. We have been inflicting a lot of damage with our flak. It's possible that he's resting them, having them repair. Okay, I was going to mention my heavies, but here they come. This should be good enough. We did lower the forts and by one, and we bombarded, so it's possible this will put us over the top. Babs, oh, okay. Babs, where can he put Babs on a sub? I wonder if I thought those were Jake's. Oh, yes. Rangoon did not get bombed. Okay, come on, Sturgeon. Man, if you're gonna fire torpedoes, hit something, because otherwise you're gonna get wrecked. All right, so we survived. We need to get out of there. Okay. Oh, great! I didn't even know our battleships would get in there. I wasn't sure we would get that afternoon bombardment. But hey, I'm thankful for it. That should for sure do it, right? Look at this 16. Look at all these destroyed. I think this is going to be a walk-in now. All right, guys. I think January 1. I might not be able to wait that long. I'm going to be too impatient. I think January. Look at this zeros. This is just. I think it's going to be. Look at that. They're all zeros now. I know that's not the real AV, but between the bombardments and the bombings, I think it's wrecked. Here's our deliberate attack. I could have probably done like a shock with the tanks, but this should do it. So we take the base, which is great. That we can start repairing it, and but we don't destroy everything. But this is a great start. Should be able to finish off the enemy troops now, and yeah, we're on the right track. I can very soon bring in some air units, and I think we're going to be okay. So I was saying, I'll talk about it. Okay, at Tulagi, we've got them surrounded. No supplies, I'm sure. Um, no reason to surround them on an island, but so I'm not sure what that means when you're on an island. But we're going to take a look at this after, and I'll finish talking about my January 1 plans. But like I say, I may be a little bit too excited to wait. We'll see. Okay, cargo ships and transport. All right, so we're taking a look at the ops report. I kind of want to start here. Just for those of you who are interested, I don't. I mean, we've been cited with our subs, and you can see that we're loading up. I think these guys are getting ready to go to Macon. But anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in each of these areas. You can kind of look it over. Hopefully, it's self-explanatory. He's reconning a bunch of areas. It looks like. See, this is. Sorry, I'm going back up because early on we had a report that of some PB, something about a PB, and when I saw the MTB, I remembered it. I don't know if I'm missing it. Maybe I'm just missing it. But look at this. 3 ships in port at Tulagi. I mean, we've been told that for a long time now, and we just took it. So it can't be true anymore anyways. All right. But supposedly we hit an MTB with our PBYs, and I guess this pilot was pretty aggressive and decided to bomb at him. And then the I-31 reported hit as well. And down here, oh, okay, so we got some. Oh, we're bringing more troops to Horn Island. This Torres Strait Battalion will hold that base. We'll bring in more troops, but for now, that's the start. And then you can see our repair issues. We captured Tulagi, and I guess that's the bottom of it. We got a couple of upgrades, and a sub that's going into refit and transport, and then we got an upgrade. Okay, good. These are going to be Humbers now, some of them at least, and then we got the Henry T. Allen transport and a couple of cargo ships. All right. We finally admitted something that sank a small cargo ship. I mean, anyway, that's hilarious, kind of. Okay, let's take a look at the damage now. Surprisingly low. I've had worse days. Like, wasn't it just yesterday? I had 9 ops losses. I've seen, I think, 11. But we lose 4 total, and he loses 24. We'll take that turn any day. But look at that, 12 destroyed on the field. Okay. So let's look at his. This is 24, this is 27. Something's off, but we'll go with it. He certainly, I don't know. I just always feel like 8 and 12. What do we got here? 9 and 14. So this is off by 1 and this is off by 2. So that's where we're at. But it could be all Tojos. I don't know. But he certainly lost, we'll say 9. 9 Tojos. That's still a pretty good day. He lost 5 Lilies. Now, we didn't get any Sallys. I try to get the Sallys too, because those things can be nasty over Rangoon. 5 Lilies, 5 Oscars. We destroyed all those with defensive fire. 2 Zeros, 1 on the ground, 1 to ops. A Helen, a Dina, and a Nell. These 2 we hit on the ground there at Mole Mine. So 12, I don't know what 12, but 12 of these were destroyed there at Mole Mine. And then we got some with defensive fire, and then 4 more to ops. On our end, these are expensive. First of all, they give them extra VPs for them, but also they're we don't get very many of them. And the F4 Lightnings are also, actually, I don't think we're making any more. I'm not sure. But one lost to flak. We lose a Blenheim to ops. Those things are so fragile. All right, what did we lose in the pilots? 2 killed. That's it so far there. We'll go last turn, nothing. Last month, sort it by date and go to the top. Here's our 2 CVEs. I don't even want to look at that. That's devastating. All right, let's get off this. It's been a while. Let's look at the upcoming. We do have another light cruiser, and then we've got like a bunch of marine aircraft coming into a little over 2 weeks. So that's a ways, pardon me, a ways out. Ship availability. I don't think we have anything fancy coming for a while. Yeah, a light cruiser. And these sub tenders are always nice. I'll have to position them in some forward areas. Another LST. I need to organize these guys and get them ready, because we can really punch into the Marshals with them, or send them down to the South Pacific and use them. In fact, maybe I'll do that. I'll send them down there and use them in the Solomons. Sub chaser. Okay. And transports. I don't know. I was going to say can't ever have too much of these, but at the same time, yeah, I actually need a lot. Especially when I'm trying to do 3 invasions at once. That's nuts. All right, let's look at ground reinforcements. It's going to be 10 days before we get a couple of units here. I don't even know where I'll use these, but they withdraw in 2 years, so I don't know. I don't know what we'll do with that, but then we have a bunch of troops coming in 15 days. That's a haul right there. Some stuff to India, and a lot of stuff to India, and then a lot of stuff to Australia too. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this stuff, but I'll have to set up some plans. I've got a para-battalion, maybe drop behind enemy lines there in New Guinea. All right, let's take a look around the map. We're looking here at Pearl Harbor. Let me give you an update on our battleships. In fact, why don't we just go like this? Ships under repair. Let's just narrow it down. Just an update. 51 days on the Hermes there at Bombay. That's seemingly forever. Okay, we've got 3 battleships in shipyard. These 2, of course, are British, and they were damaged heavily there in the Bay of Bengal. But they're safely in Cape Town. It's just going to be a long time. The Oklahoma is at Pearl Harbor. This 194, I think, is largely due to needing, due to upgrades. So it's sitting there not only repairing from the Pearl Harbor raid, but still, and I can't believe it's going to be a year and a half or longer before that one's ready to use. And we've got another battleship at Pierside, and if it was under shipyard, it would probably be a long time as well. But it's got some non-major damage, that 18, so I decided to put it under Pierside and work on the 18 system, and maybe even at some point just take it to the West Coast. I don't know. There's no reason to keep it here, I don't think. But right now, it's being repaired here at Pearl. We'll worry about that in the future. In Arizona, is at Seattle at Pier Side. But all of it is system damage that is Actually, this was, I think, also upgrading with the anti-aircraft mainly, as well as radar. Okay, moving on. I just wanted to point that out. And then what kind of cruiser situation do we have? The Adelaide is at Luganville, but only because it was badly enough damaged that I decided to park it there. And then what we're going to do is we can't do any more than basic repairs, and then we'll get it to Sydney and dry dock. Quincy, this is, I think, due to an upgrade. Yes, it is. And it's at Pearl for that upgrade. All right, let's get out of that. But we still have a little bit of activity. Mostly, actually, I have a bunch of minesweepers sitting here waiting for their chance to do something. What's this guy? Don't tell me he laid I said do not lay mines. Let's just disband this guy for now. I don't know what I have him planned. Okay, this guy, just disband this as well. I have some minesweepers and ASW. I need to get these guys to the front. There's not my opponent. I mean, part of the game is to combat what your opponent is doing, and he's not doing a lot of mines. I've come up here with minesweepers to before we invaded Tarawa, I sent minesweepers up. I've sent minesweepers up to Macon. I even chased away some small boats at Millie, and I still have not seen any mines. So I don't know that, but I do know he uses them because we had to clear some mines at Port Moresby before we invaded, and he had about, I'm going to say 40, maybe 60 mines there. But I haven't seen mines anywhere else. I haven't seen them at Tulagi, but I haven't been to some of the, I mean, I've got subs at these bases, and it looks like that nothing's here. So it looks like we're okay. In other words, my minesweepers really are unnecessary in this specific campaign that I'm playing out right now. And just to point out, we're loading the 1st Marine Division. Then we're going to undock, because we have a small port here. We're going to undock and then feed some more amphibious ships into here, load up some more of the 1st Marine as well as some other units, including tanks, and then we'll go to Macon and make a splash there, see how it goes. I think KB should be in this area, and I don't mean literally, but I mean if you... somewhere north of here. I don't think we'll have anything here except for maybe some nuisance betties, and hopefully not very many. But if we continue to move west here, and I'm moving fast because it's already late here, but mainly also it feels like a lot to talk about, but maybe not. We'll see. Tulagi we captured, and he left us maybe some supplies. I didn't look how much supplies we had in the hex before we attacked. We have 80 engineers and 18 vehicles, 80 engineer squads. I've got the CBs sitting here, and they're doing nothing but repairing, hopefully. And look at that, 23 plus 16 vehicles. And so they should make short work of repairing this. Plus, we've got engineers in these units as well. I think we should be okay. And these tanks, I could technically probably... the disruption of fatigue, I guess, is high enough. I'll just leave it on deliberate, and we'll just keep pressing the attack. But we've got an aircraft in case he decides to... finally, I mean, he hasn't yet, but in case he decides to bomb us, 15 flak here. I'm not going to bother with fortifications, I don't think. Not yet. I kind of feel like building up the port. Um, I mean, I know this has to repair before anything happens anyway, but I think I'm going to build up the port so I can unload, offload. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just leave it. The airfield is strong enough, is high enough to bring in fighters, um, and I can't see what our capacity is. In fact, our capacity right now is 0 because we have no aviation support. Another reason to just upgrade the port. Once these engineers are unoccupied fighting, then we should be able to repair this very quickly. And for that matter, I plan to bring in a second wave of stuff, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, okay, so sliding further west. Um, by the way, if I didn't point it out before, I'm bringing the American Infantry Division, and I probably will have. Oh, wow. No. Okay. So these guys are already heading out. Slow down, people. All right. This is this may have to stop and wait a minute. In fact, we'll say follow this. Okay. Because otherwise, yeah, they can't go by themselves. And then I got to get some sub chasers into this area and start bombarding. We'll get it all set up. But anyway, I've got a division. Plus, you can see here a tank battalion and combat engineers all heading to Lunga. All right. And this is almost ready to go. It probably will. It probably will leave port during the turn resolution and start heading out. We've got small supply run up here to Horn. I'm paradropping this battalion, so we have assault strength of 40 to hold this. It's not very big, but he's not. There's no way he's not coming here the rest of this campaign. We're going to take Morocco and Tarapo, and this whole side will be ours for the rest of the campaign. So we're good. But we do have an AVD coming because as soon as it gets there, which will be this turn and settles, we can get our patrol. Ooh, look, he's flying some kind of recon here. But yeah, we'll get a PBY in here and start looking out here. Okay. All right. So a recap on what's going on here. These guys arrived. We're just gonna take stock of what we have when it's all here. We've got more troops coming. All the guys moving. So this guy's going to Tarapo, but the rest of these are moving east. Because the map is cockeyed, this is more like northeast. But anyway, and we're going to cross to hit Buna. I mean, look, we have almost 1,000 assault strength. How soon will these? Actually, I also forgot. I've got some guys moving northeast very slowly, and until they're in position, there's no rush marching to Buna. I want to have my guys positioned here and start heading here. My battalions, then we'll move as soon as my guys get here and start moving here. We'll move into Buna, and we'll just start shelling the place. And then when we've got battalions in both of these, then we'll do an attack. All right. Speaking, I just want to check this Tarapo. Next turn, he'll be right here and still trudging to this X because he's going to enter. And look at this. It's getting weaker and weaker every day. All right. I don't know that there's more specifically I want to talk about here, but I really need to get a base force here ASAP so I can get fighter covers. So, all right. If I have anything scheduled for Tulagi, okay, an aircraft and artillery. Okay. Artillery. Man, where's my base forces? And part of the 37th Infantry. Okay, we left a lot back. Okay. I have a problem. All right, I'll have to find some base force to pull, and it could be from here. I mean, it's if we have any base forces back here, I'll grab them. Even a USA base force or this air wing base force, something. Because you can see we don't need 390 aviation support. So I can pull, yeah, I'll pull something. We got a lot of stuff back here in the, yeah, we don't need all that either. Efate, 0, we pulled them off, I think. See, look, 162. Don't need all that back there either. We have the bare minimum at Kumak, and we can probably pull some more of these off. But let's check, because this is heading to Lunga. All I'm going to have left at Noumea is this, and it's going to have the only aviation support that's going to be there at Noumea. So we're going to have to pull from Denny or Luganville, and that'll be fine. All right, sorry for wasting a bunch of time there. I'll organize it all, and we'll get back on track. Okay. Moving up. Okay. So he may know what we're coming here with, but he may not. I know he spotted the Valiant. But anyway, that doesn't mean anything. We're going to come up here and meet this cruiser force. Okay. And I guess we can send it a little bit more to the west. Remain on station. I mean, heck, we can just meet and join, merge. All right. So we'll get some, but I don't like the waypoints that's doing. Let's just cancel that and stick to that plan. All right. As soon as we'll group it up in this area, because I don't want him to know what we're doing, and then we'll come down, and I might just have my battleships. I can go 6, so I could go full speed 12. So I could park, let's say, up here and do a fast run, hit this with whatever battleships I've got here. Wreck the I'll set it to bombard, and if we have a surface battle, that's fine. No, I won't set it to bombard because that's ludicrous. Then we'll inch closer and do a night bomb. I don't know. I don't like that. So we'll just race in at top speed. He's feeding more troops into Rangoon, I see. There's a little pip dot heading this way, and our supplies are precariously low. Our tanks are moving slow, 5 miles per day. So we're and the 14th just showed up. So what I'm going to do is when the tanks have gone 15 miles, I'm going to reset all these units. Oh, the 26th is what showed up. Let's send everybody just for again, to keep him guessing. I need to bring this anti-aircraft in there, by the way, because otherwise, when he bombs, he'll really nail us. I'm going to leave the Indian Brigade back. They'll hold. And what I want to do is get this light cav regiment into this hex here, and then go southeast with these 2 units and tie up this hex, and then this will push in. The 50th Tank Brigade will very slowly follow. Unfortunately, it'll take 9 days once it gets here. I think it'll basically take 10 days because I'm guessing it's almost here. It's going to go here, then start. Okay, so it'll be maybe a day, maybe 2 behind to get here. I'm okay with that. And then the rest of this, like I said, starting tomorrow, the 18th, I will trigger these 2 divisions going along with the HQ, and it should be the same day that this 255th arrives, these divisions and the HQ arrives, and then we'll have an epic showdown here. That should take about 6 days. So basically a week from today, we'll be in this hex. And when that happens, I plan to do in fact, today, the 17th, I'm planning to do no, I didn't. This didn't expand. Okay. I like that even better because I'm gonna fly. I'll leave these guys probably. I'm gonna fly another squadron, probably from Mandalay here, and park it. We've maybe an American one. We've got plenty of aviation support. We don't yet have the base admin for it, but we'll just keep it stood down. And then when this flips to level 2 and we have another air unit available, we'll do an epic showdown right over Mole Mine. So we'll have maybe one more night of night bombing here. And see what damage we can do, and then we'll have this day battle over this. No, what I'm going to do. Okay, this is what I meant to say. See this? These squadrons here. Oh, I can bring one more group. Oh, that's because the American P-40s are here. Okay. I've left them here for a long time. All right. So we'll have groups flying from Tongyi to hit this. Basically what they're going to do is just do a sweep. Whatever he has capping this will be hopefully shredded. Meanwhile, everything that's at Prome and our lightnings will hit Mole Mine, and then our bombers will do a day raid. I'm gonna roll the dice, and we're gonna do a day raid. Not tomorrow, not the 17th, but on the 18th, we'll do a day raid and sweep of this and a sweep of this. And the idea is to really stretch his capacity to cover everything. And meanwhile, these ships will slowly head this way, combine here, and then we'll inch into here. We'll surely be spotted, and then we'll do a quick charge in and hopefully quick out, and I'll have my carriers as close as I feel comfortable giving cap here. Maybe what I'll do is park them within range of Akiab and cap the carriers with Akiab and Prom after the raid here, and have the carriers cap the battleships, or Prom can, and then we'll get out of there. Anyway, I just told you a lot of information, which you'll find out probably well after it happens. All right. I mean, what I'm telling you right now, you'll find out, you'll hear this story that I'm telling you well after it already has been played out. We've got another division, the 23rd Indian, coming into town, literally and figuratively. When we get to Mietkina, we'll rail down and group up probably here at Mike Tila, and then march down this road for further instructions. Because I don't want to get locked up into either of these two roads, so we'll go around and see what we can do. Meanwhile, this armor is trying to get out of Siam or Thailand. Okay, this is where I'm finally getting to the point where I was telling you I'm going to be probably too excited to wait, but okay. So I'm going to trigger January 1, the march toward this hex here, but I might not wait. Certainly, I want to get more troops in here. We've got a couple of straggler corps here, and further stragglers way back here. And when we get them all here, then I'll trigger it. Now, will it be January 1? I don't know. If they get here and it's December 28 or something, maybe I'll just trigger it then, because hey, maybe we get here January 1 and launch our attack. Yeah, no matter what this is clear. I was going to say no matter what this hex is, we'll probably pretty well wreck it. But what I'm going to do is march, and the day we enter this hex, I'll sweep, because I've got couple of fighter groups here, or squadrons. Sweep and use our A-29s to hit this, do an attack, knock it out, and then march down the road. And we'll see how it goes. I think he's going to be in for a surprise. Now the question is, will he fly? Because we have no aircraft. So what I'll have to do is fly cap over this stuff. But it looks like we're just going to get, if he bombs us, we're going to get shredded in the open field. So that's going to be the one downside of this coming in here. But once we get past this hex and can march down, the terrain gets rougher for him to just bomb us. But then we get out into the clear again here as we advance toward his rear bases. But it's possible as we march down this way, it'll cause a panic that causes him to start pulling his troops away from here. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I may even divert, depending on what I see when I get here. Maybe divert something to take Nanchang. Take these bases behind him. I mean, I could hit this and then come up here, or keep going. I don't know yet. I mean, if I took these and threatened to come in behind here, it would cause these guys to have to pull back away from Changsha, and then I could advance out of Changsha toward whichever of these. Maybe I'll do that. I think a smaller envelopment here makes more sense than trying to get back here and further into the range of his bombers, because that's all he would do, is just bomb me even more. So we'll come up here, hit this like I still already planned, knock it out of here. Wherever it goes, it's fine, and then head northwest, and then across here, and then as he starts pulling back, chase him with Changsha. Um, I like it because we got 2000 AV right here. And I would probably, well, I have to leave 160 anyway, so maybe you leave the 20th Chinese Corps and a base force or something and chase him down with everything else. All right, I have rambled for a long time, but I'm gonna kick this off probably in the next week or two, maybe 2 weeks, and pretty excited about it. We'll see. But talk to you next time when we cover December 17. We finally have Tulagi, Port Moresby. We're ready for the next step. Let's see how it goes. Take care.